Let's get into it. Why don't you give an introduction for those who may not know you?
David Johnson, over at Bank of England Mortgage. Happy to be here and appreciate you having me on to talk a little bit about what's been happening, where we see things going, and
Yeah, go a little deeper than just the headlines and the articles, because it's always good for people to have a little background on. What I want to do is I want to get right to the question that's on everybody's mind. What are you guys predicting for interest rates, given the fluctuations we've seen over the last 12 to 18 months?
Based on some of the trends in the market, we could see mortgage rates come down as the year progresses and even leading into next year.
Can you speak to a little bit of the historical perspective here?
Rates obviously go up and down over time. Rates change literally every single day. Today's rate isn't tomorrow's rate, and today's rate isn't Friday's rate. But there's always going to be a reason to buy, and there's always going to be a reason not to buy.
Absolutely. And even for a little more historical perspective, like you said, there really is a lot of fluctuation and a lot of opportunity. And you're right, the price you pay will always be the price you pay, but the amount you're paying will not always be the amount you're paying.
I read something a while ago that said the average person goes through 5 to 6 mortgages in their lifetime.
That's interesting to hear. One of the original statistics when I first got into this business that really stuck with me is that the average homeowner in America owns their home for 4.6 years.
I heard this a while ago, and this has always stuck with me. There's the 5 Ds of life. So there's diapers, there's diamonds, there's divorce, there's death, and there's downsize.
Life always changes. Perspective is what we're here to provide to people. The big headlines the last few weeks and, from last month, the collapses of SVB, Credit Suisse, Signature Bank, one or two others are still teetering on the brink. What a lot of people are wondering is, do we see that really having any kind of effect on mortgage and lending markets?
I don't really think it's a direct correlation to the housing market. They were way over leveraged in the tech industry in general.
Yeah.
And they had obviously a bank run. I think the biggest question is, where were the regulators that were supposed to be watching these banks? Talk about the housing market. A lot of the guidelines that we run off of are going off of Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac. Unless Fannie and Freddie decide, hey, we're going to start changing our guidelines in response to that, it's not really a direct correlation by any means. So, it's just totally different.
One of the things that we talk about a lot, you are a banker and a broker. Can you explain what the differences are there?
That's one of the main reasons why I love where I work. I'm personally licensed in all 50 states. What that means is I have my own in-house products and pricing. I have the best of both worlds where I can do both. So it gives me a larger product variety. And for me, a true mortgage advisor should run through multiple options.
So that kind of leads me right into the last thing that I wanted to do. I wanted to give you an opportunity to plug any programs or products that you're really, feeling. I know we talk a lot about this renovation program that you've got. The forum is yours. Plug away.
Yeah, so I'd say there's probably a few things. I'll start obviously with the reno product. I'm calling it mini reno or fast to close reno. The technical name is purchase plus and more. The thing I love about it is super streamlined. You're going to get a max of $50,000 or 10% of the future value of the appraisal. We can close this in 30 to 45 days. It follows conventional financing, but above all else, we can pair it with first-time homebuyer products. The underwriting guidelines are very straightforward. You're just getting quote. They can put as low as 3 to 5% down for a 1-unit primary residence. So that's definitely a really strong program. Another one that we've been offering too is a $15,000 grant. It does have like income limits, things like that. It is 100% forgivable after the retention period. We do offer some other down payment assistance programs because it's obviously tough right now saving up in this environment too.
That's good stuff, David. I really appreciate your time. I'm sure everyone else that sees this will appreciate it as well. I think you probably got a busy rest of your afternoon. I know I have a pretty busy afternoon after this. I'm just going to say thank you. And, of course, we're going to talk soon.
Absolutely. I really appreciate the time, Paul.
Great talking with you.
Take care.
All right. You too.